Braille Embosser by Lindsay Wood. A Braille embosser, sometimes referred to as a Braille printer, is a device which receives information from a computer through programs like PerkyDuck or Duxbury. Once the information is sent to the embosser, it automatically embosses the number of pages indicated by the user. Embossers are usually not personally owned and are most commonly found at schools and larger organizations, which transcribe materials. Embossers can be bought from various places, but most are sold through the manufacturer. While they are convenient, the price often deters people from purchasing. A low-volume embosser ranges from $1,800 to $5,000, and a high volume ranges from $10,000 to $80,000. There are many types of embossers. Some embossers do interpoint, others do not. Some are tractor-fed, some are high and low volume, some are portable, while others are stationary. The options are endless when it comes to embossing. The top three pictures are all of low-volume, portable embossers. These are the ones we currently have on our campus, but are older models. From left to right, we have a Braille Blazer, Romeo Attache Pro, and the original Index Basic D. In our Resource Center on campus, we have a high-volume embosser. This is pictured in the bottom two pictures. The embosser we have is the Brello Norway and typically retails for around $28,000. This is a Series 200. Now, there is a Series 300, but just to upgrade parts to the Series 300 would cost at least $10,000. These are the embossers which make textbooks or high volumes of anything needed. Our Resource Center sends the books made with this machine everywhere in the United States. You may even have some of these books. The following video shows a high volume embosser in action while embossing a math textbook.
Checking to make sure this is a math book, so we're not doing it in interpoint. That's all it is.
Notice the paper automatically fed into the embosser at a high rate of speed. Entire textbooks can be embossed in minutes. The transcriptionists who run our resource center say they usually just walk by the machine, use the computer to prompt it to emboss the needed books, and leave it to emboss. The paper feeds in one side, comes out the other side, and folds to the ground as it exits. The world-leading embosser is the Index Basic D, so this is what we will focus on. The Index Basic D is small and compact. Compared to other embossers, the machine is streamlined and made for portability. Again, this is the most popular embosser. Since its release, close to 10,000 have been sold. It is available from the online store at www.indexbraille.com, as well as several other retailers. This is the embosser to which all of the teachers on our campus connect wirelessly in order to emboss documents needed for our students. The recommended retail price in the United States is $3,695. This price includes a 2-year warranty for mechanical and electrical failures or manufacturing defects. It also covers parts and return shipping. When purchasing the embosser, the user will receive the following: the embosser, a user manual, index USB memory stick, power cord, USB cord, and an external switched mode power supply. The Index Basic D is small and compact for portability. It is 10 inches long, 20 inches wide, 5 inches high, and weighs 16 pounds. The noise level is 80 decibels, which is similar to the loudness of a piano. When it has the acoustic protection case, it is 60 decibels, which is similar to the volume of a vacuum. At an embossing speed of 100 cells per second, the Index Basic D can emboss single or double-sided, which is known as interpoint, using 13 hammers. It can also emboss vertically with 50 dots per inch. The Index Basic D also uses tractor-fed paper to emboss. The Index Basic D uses rounded braille dots for easier readability. It also uses fan-folded paper with perforations along the edges for automatic feeding into the embosser. This is known as tractor-fed paper. The Index Basic D strives to be accessible to all users. It offers multilingual speech feedback in 32 languages, enabling both users of print and braille to hear the options for each key they are pressing. When arriving, the language is defaulted to an English setting. It also offers print and braille on each key to help all users locate the needed commands on the embosser. The key commands all have voice and braille. When a key is pressed, there is an audible feedback. Each key has multiple functions depending on the speed of being pressed or whether it is pressed and held, but the main functions of the key are as follows: on-off switch, feed, go to a new page or eject a page, help, echo the information about the current function which is selected, menu, start the menu mode, CHS, change between increase, decrease on the numerical function mode, 1 and 10, moves the paper 1 inch or 10 inch depending on the selection, up, down, move to the next item in the menu or select a value, left, move to a higher menu level or exit the edit mode. OK, select the menu item, value, or to save the current layout. The following video demonstrates the audio-equipped key commands of the Index Basic D.
Menu, Save Settings, Layout, 1. Menu, Layout, 1. Paper size, 11.5 by 11 inches. Current document. Braille settings, select paper size. Braille option. Duplexing, current value is single-sided. Distance between braille lines, current value is single line spacing. Braille cell size, current value is standard braille 2.5 millimeters. Braille translation, current value is index braille table, computer 6 dot. Duplexing, current value is single-sided. Menu, save settings, layout, 1. Menu, layout, 1. Paper size, system. Option, communication, network, dynamic IP address, current value is off. Dynamic name server, current value is 204.29.72.112.
This embosser can emboss from USB devices, wired networks, web interface, computers, and note takers. Our students who use Braille are allowed to emboss work they have completed on the computer or iPad for their teachers on this device as well. While a Braille program such as PerkyDuck or Duxbury may be used, the Index Basic D can emboss directly from Word or PDF files in Grade 1 or Grade 2 Braille as well, depending on the choice of the user. Once the software is installed on the computer, it is very simple to send an item to be embossed. It works much like a printer would. Using the embosser is so easy. We can use a program like Duxbury or PerkyDuck to create a Braille file to be embossed. Simply open the program like Duxbury, create a new document, type the information you want relayed in Braille. After you've typed the information you want relayed in Braille, click File. After you have clicked File, click Translate. This will translate the information into Braille. Then click File and Emboss. The computer sends the information wirelessly to the embosser. We will emboss a single-sided document of the information using the index basic D. Copies are set to 1, so if I want more, I just change it to the number needed and then click OK. The embosser starts shortly after. When it is done, the embosser tells the user it is ready audibly.
Ready.
The Index Basic D is great to emboss documents for students or to have students create work for the teacher without having to use a Braille writer. These are helpful in schools, offices, and can be beneficial for personal use. It is the equivalent of being able to type one document on the printer but print multiple copies from a single file. The advantages of an embosser are obvious. There is no manual brailing using the Braille writer. Once one copy is made, multiple files can be embossed from it. It is also accessible to both users of print and Braille as well as speakers of multiple languages. As mentioned previously, embossers are too expensive for everyday needs. Though this is one of the most affordable, it is still thousands of dollars. Most can't reason paying for that for personal use. Though our technology teacher has no trouble using it, the teachers aren't allowed to adjust the settings or change the paper because we seem to cause more issues. When there is a serious issue with it, a specialist must be called, and fixing the embosser can take days. Other people see the noise of the embosser as a huge disadvantage as well. I absolutely love having the Index Basic D embosser available to me. This year I have 12 students who use Braille. I can easily make one math test in PerkyDuck and send it to the embosser to be embossed as many times as I need it. After it is embossed, I just tear the test apart at the perforation and remove the tractor edging. Without it, making work for that many students would take me much, much longer. I usually emboss 5 tests per grades, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Depending on the number of Braille cells, all 5 will be embossed within 10 minutes. I store these in a filing cabinet year to year, but after this class, I realized some tests will need to be corrected for Nemeth errors. Embossers are so expensive that a middle schooler who was perplexed by the question of how do people who are blind print invented his own embosser. Once he found out how expensive embossers were, he set out to create something affordable. He did so by using a Lego kit. The Brago, originally made from Legos, is now a desktop embosser prototype that will soon be available to consumers at an expected retail price of only $350. On the left, the inventor shows his Lego model for the Brago. The right picture is the current model, which they hope to make widely available. It does not look much different than a printer. Embossers usually cannot be bought with quota funds. Index Basic D can be purchased at www.indexbraille.com. Customer service can be reached by email at info@indexbraille.com.